Welcome back, YouTube.
Welcome back.
This is Cozunon, back again with Brother Billy.
Brother Billy, that would be me.
That'd be him. And today we're back again with another pickup video. It's like a fourth or fifth one now.
Who knows? We lost count. We lost count some time ago.
And once again, I went crazy this month.
You did. You went kind of crazy.
I did.
I think you spent like over 1,000.
No, not that crazy. Not that crazy, but I kept finding all these great deals and a piece I want to add to my collection, and yeah, that's where I'm going to leave that. And I'll go into that a little bit more when I get into it. But so there's quite a bit. So let's just go ahead and pick this up. So we're going to start with Brother Billy this time. Take it away, Brother Billy.
All right. I'll start with my books. I'm a big World of Warcraft fan, so I decided to pick up an art book called The World of Warcraft Cataclysm. A bit of a mouth slip right there. Love art books, love World of Warcraft, decided to pick this motherfucker up. I also decided to pick up the strategy guide for Tactics Org. Let Us Clean Together. I will probably never use this, but I decided to buy it anyway just because I'm a fan of strategy guides. So I decided to pick it up. Now I have it. Now I own it. Now it's in my collection. The next game that I picked up is the only Super Nintendo game that I bought, which was Hook. I remember being at my uncle's house and playing this game. I don't think my brother Rick was there, but I remember playing it. I remember liking it, and I decided to pick it up just to relive the memories, because reliving the memories is what it's all about.
Nostalgia.
Sometimes. So the only PSP game that I picked up this month was Castlevania: The Dracula X Chronicles. I'm a big Dracula X fan.
Castlevania.
Castlevania fan. Especially a fan of the old school side-scrolling platforming game. So I decided to pick it up and give it a try. I don't think that game will disappoint me. I picked up Darkstone. I seen a video from some YouTuber. I don't remember who he was, but this game looked good. It looks like kind of maybe like a Diablo type deal. So I decided to pick it up, and I'm going to give it a try later. So I bought 2 Dreamcast games this month, which is pretty rare. I don't really pick up a lot of Dreamcast games. But the first one was Evolution: The World of Sacred Device. I actually saw Pete Dorr's video on this game, and I decided to pick it up.
Who?
Pete Dorr.
Who's Pete Dorr?
Some guy with glasses.
Some guy with glasses.
Yeah, his glasses kind of look like mine. Kind of has long hair, but yeah, I decided to pick this up, and it looked fun, so I was like, hey, why not? So I own it. It's in my collection. Gran Turismo.
The first one.
This is the first one. I've never owned the Gran Turismo games. I've rarely even played them. I'm not much of a driving game fan. But everybody should own the first 2 games. Well, if you're a collector, you should own the first 2 games for your PS1 collection. So I now own them.
Classic games. And
classic.
Gran Turismo was the #1 selling game on the PS1. So
yeah, you can't go wrong with that. Then I have Spider-Man.
Yeah, Spider-Man.
That Spider-Man wasn't very good, so
I own it.
And then my second Dreamcast game was Star Lancer.
Oh, I thought it was Starfucker.
I was so excited to buy this game. There's not that many space simulators out there, period, and they're pretty hard to find. I was pleasantly surprised to find not 1, but 2 space simulators the last time I went to Bookman's.
And just for those people who don't know, we live in Arizona, and Bookman's is kind of like a bookstore, obviously by the name of Bookman's. They sell video games, retro like Nintendo, even back to Atari. They have some, every once in a while they get ColecoVision games, Nintendo, Super Nintendo, and obviously anything later. And it just, I love the store, but it is kind of like a retail place. So their prices are like eBay fare, if that makes sense.
Another game I bought, Warzone, WWF Warzone. This was actually a really good game, and I remember sitting down with my brothers and just playing this motherfucker.
Annihilating the game. We played a lot of it.
This game was fucking fun. And it had a creative player, so it's like, yeah, we could put our own avatars into this game and just decimate everybody. Although I don't think I ever did that well in this game. I think I always got my ass handed to me, especially by this guy right here.
I was king at that game.
He was pretty good. He spent a lot more time on it than I did, that's for sure. My next game is Fear Effect 2. I've never actually really played the Fear Effect games. I decided to pick this up just because I think that the Fear Effect and not Persona, the
Gran Turismo.
Fear Effect, Gran Turismo, and Parasite Eve are all three types of series that deserve to be in every collector's collection. So here it is. I bought it. Talking too fast. Colony Wars. I love the Colony Wars series. I absolutely adore the Colony Wars series. I think this is actually the best space simulator I've ever played. I own all three already, but I don't own them in the case, so I decided to pick it up for the case. So,
recollecting them to get the cases.
Yeah, but yeah. Parasite Eve.
Parasite Eve.
Fuck yeah. How
convenient. You just said everyone should own Parasite Eve, Fear Effect, and Gran Turismo in your collections, and they're all in your recent pickups.
Who would have known? But I really do stand by that statement, just because I didn't
have them before.
I didn't have them before, nor have I ever played them before. I've seen gameplay of these. I've seen gameplay of this one. I've seen gameplay of Fear Effect, and I've seen gameplay of Gran Turismo.
From this guy.
Yeah, he's played all these games, so I knew that, especially for Parasite Eve and Fear Effect, that these were good games, and I will probably, more than likely, play them one day. Maybe not the Gran Turismo, but the other two, definitely.
Well, Gran Turismo, actually, a funny story is, Kenny, our other brother, actually came over one day, and we were actually playing Gran Turismo 1 and 2, and it actually, gameplay-wise, still holds up. It was actually really fun. Graphics didn't hold up too well, and I'm playing it on the PS2, on my high-definition TV, so it didn't. It looked even worse than it's supposed to.
You can only play that on an old tube television.
But you know, it was still really fun, and the fun effect is still there. It still holds up. The graphics not so much, but it's still a really fun game.
Definitely.
Speaking of Gran Turismo,
here we go, Gran Turismo 2. Yeah, this is a good game.
Yep.
And this is another JRPG game that I've been collecting, is Wild Arms 2. I almost have this entire collection, this entire series in my collection. So I only have a couple more games to pick up, and then I own them all. So I'm happy about that.
Really cool.
Very cool. Wild Arms 4. The last one I picked up was Wild Arms 2, and this is Wild Arms 4. So, yeah, there's just like two more I have to pick up, but yeah.
I've always been kind of interested in that series. Never really went to play because they are RPGs. I'm not a big fan of RPGs, as everybody knows by now.
Yeah.
So,
decided to also pick up Demon Stone. I've seen gameplay video for this, and it looked pretty cool.
I've heard mixed reviews online.
It doesn't have very good reviews, but sometimes the reviewers don't know what the fuck they're talking about. So, hopefully, I will play this and like it. Now this game right here, I've heard a lot about, and a lot of good things. Beyond Good and Evil.
Nice.
And I picked it up, and I will be playing this one day.
That's a great pickup right there.
Soon. You play this?
No, but I picked it up this month too.
Okay.
Awesome.
Next, I bought 3 titles. These were all from Blockbuster. We have a Blockbuster closing right across the way. And...
right across the way from me.
Yeah. Gears of War 3. Crisis 2. This game is fucking awesome. I'm currently playing this game, and I've never had so much fun in my life playing a first-person shooter. Nice. This right here, I can honestly say, is the best first-person shooter I have ever played, and I mean that. This game is so much fun. It's epic beyond epic. It has so many moments that I will probably make a memories video
Crisis 2
one day in the future.
Nice.
Far in the future, but I will probably make one.
I have to pick that game up now.
This game is fucking awesome. If you don't own this game, you need to go out and you need to pick it up right now for the PS3 or the 360. You will not be disappointed.
Let's go. That's fine.
And this is Space Marine. I've seen gameplay of this. It looked fun. It also looked kind of redundant and boring. But I decided to pick it up anyway just because...
You wanted to waste money.
The concept looked interesting to me, so I decided to pick it up. It was cheap, too. It was like 20, 30 bucks.
Really? No, that's actually a good price, because the price is still really expensive on it. So if you can pick it up for that, I mean, it's a toss-up. I played the demo and I did not like it at all. I hated it, so...
This is my very, very first Sega Saturn game that I actually own. I did own another, but he got it because I didn't really want it. It didn't seem very interesting to me.
Clockwork Knight, baby.
But this is another space simulator game. I saw it at Bookman's. I looked at the back. I'm like, hey, this is a space simulator. Sweet!
For the Saturn.
Fuck yeah! So I picked it up.
And it's by Crystal Dynamics? Yes.
Fuck yeah, that was an awesome company. Are they still around?
No. They were bought out by Eidos, who was bought out by somebody else, and long story.
But yeah, this is another space simulator, and I love space simulators, so all the space simulators that I haven't played yet will get played eventually because I fucking love them. And my last game is Mighty Max. I remember playing this game.
Mighty Max.
I remember playing this game when I was a fucking little ass teenager.
Yeah, we got it one year for Christmas. We used to love to watch the cartoon, and my mom and dad bought it for all of us. They bought us this game, not this one, because this is for the Genesis.
We used to own the Super Nintendo, yeah.
And so they bought us a game, and they bought us a VHS, and we thought that was the shit.
But I remember playing this game. I remember looking through it. It was awesome. It was fucking cool. I have a lot of good memories with this game.
So. I recently picked up that game too. But that's it for Brother Billy's pickups.
All my pickups for this month.
Talking over them. But so now it's time to get to my insane amount. I'm going to try to speed through this and just give you a little backstory, not on each game. But I'm going to be like Brother Billy, take a page from his book, and talk about my books first. And then we'll go from there. But the first book is actually Secret of Evermore. Love this game to death. And actually, I picked this book up at Bookman's, and it was for $6. It's in really, really rough shape, but for $6, I'm not gonna pass it up. So
it's a Secret of Evermore strategy guide.
Yeah, strategy guide.
How that is awesome. That is fucking awesome. I didn't even know they made strategy guides for Secret of Evermore.
I didn't know they had strategy guides back then. So once he pointed it out to me, I was being respectful. I wasn't going to say, "Oh, give me that." He said he wasn't going to buy it, so I was like, "I'm going to buy it."
I was like, my brother loves those old retro kind of stuff.
I thought you were going to say shitty type of games.
And I was Secret of Evermore is not shitty. It's not shitty. But I was like, I'll be a nice guy. He does me a lot of favors, so I'm like, here you go, Rick. It's the brotherly love right here.
Brotherly love. And then the next one is actually Assassin's Creed Revelations, the hardcover, the special edition. I love the Assassin's Creed series, and I usually pick up all the strategy guides for them. I have them all. They're all to the special edition except for the very first one. At the time, I wasn't collecting them just to collect the special editions like I am now. So yeah, awesome pickup. Love it. Then
I wish I picked that one up. I might actually go back and pick that one up.
Talk to me, because I think I've seen it in the store recently. And yeah, so I'll get with you after the video. Next one is The Legend of Zelda, The Skyward Sword.
Fuck yeah.
Awesome. I love this strategy. I like how it has
so awesome. I want that strategy guide so
bad.
The
gold on the sides. I have not Wind Waker. Not Phantom Hourglass. The Spirit Tracks one and the green one, so I have it like that too. And it comes with like almost like a little mini cloth, almost like a map, but not really a map, but it's a really cool addition to it. So really stoked to have this in my collection. I love the Legend of Zelda series.
That is awesome. I love that strategy.
I love how epic the book looks. It doesn't look like a strategy guide at all. It looks like, a treasure map book or some shit. It's awesome. Love it. And then another book I picked up. I didn't get the very first printing of it, unfortunately. It is the second edition, but Skyrim, the hardcover second printing, second edition of the book. This book, I haven't even used it. I don't plan on using it, but just to own it in my collection, I mean, this thing is so fucking huge. It's awesome.
It's a tomb. It really is.
So, but you know, just to add it to my collection is a treat. I love having this book in my collection. And then the last book I had, actually, it's another Bookman's find, and it's Gears of War 2, the special edition. And they had this there for $10. And I'm like, $10 for a special edition book?
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
That's actually a really good deal. I probably would have picked that up myself if I knew about it.
Yeah, so I just had to pick it up. I love getting strategy guides in the special edition form, and no exception here, so awesome. I'll go with my action figures, I guess. I got the Series 2 of the Super Mario Brothers, and it comes with the Mario, Luigi, obviously. Princess Daisy, getting kind of a little dusty up here. Shy Guys in the middle, the Koopa Trooper, and this guy that used to throw the little red spiky balls at you. That's how I always call him. I didn't know his name was actually Lakitu, or however you say that shit. But so I picked this up for $15 at Blockbuster because it's closing. They had a certain amount off, so it's only 15 down from 20. So picked it up. Another one is another Super Mario, and this one's a limited edition Yoshi pack. It comes with the blue, yellow, and the pink. Picked it up for $8. It was limited edition. I'm not going to open these up, but I thought it was really cool to add to my collection. So, and then the last action figure. I guess you can say I got this for free.
Yeah.
Because I pretty much did. I had to spend money, but then I get points from GameStop, and I got the Duke Nukem action figure. What can I say? I'm an old school gamer, and one of my favorite old school games of all time is obviously Duke Nukem 3D. So I still love Duke Nukem, even though the games for the PS1 were shit. His last game didn't get all that great reviews. I still haven't played it completely for myself yet. But GameStop used to have this for 12,000 points, and I contemplated on getting it, but then they dropped it down to 6,900, and I got it right away. And it's got a lot of detail. It comes with the cigar and the gold pistol. So I was actually thinking about picking up another one so I can open it, because I don't want to open this one.
We should actually have a video game memories about Duke
Nukem 3D.
That was an awesome game.
Yeah, really awesome, especially the level editor.
Oh yeah, that was awesome, beyond epic.
I'm going to go with this one, kind of video game related. It's a soundtrack, but it's to Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat. Dun 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 dun. Yeah, I'm gonna stop there. But I picked it up.
Thank you.
It was $1 at the thrift store I go to, and there was the disc was like almost flawless, like a couple minor scratches on it, and definitely just picked it up. You know, added to my game collection. One thing I did pick up at Bookman's, and I thought it was kind of quirky, kind of weird, but I wanted to add it to my collection, and it's a Game Boy cleaning kit. You know, kind of like how I have the dial-up modem for the Sega Genesis. You know, this is kind of one of those things where companies used to suck money out of people, because you really didn't need this. You need like Windex and, you know, like a cloth or something. You know, not like a paper towel or something that would rip up to clean your shit out. You know, canned air. But so this is one way how they used to suck money from people. And I got it at a discount price. But everything is still complete in here. The bag has all the cleaning utensils, the 2 cleaning tips, and it's still stapled. So I just thought it would be like a really cool piece to add to my game room.
You mean sealed?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's got a staple right there. So it's not sealed. It's a staple. But everything's in there. So you know, once I get my game room set up, this is definitely going to be in there on showcase. Wow. Where do I go from here? We'll start with this right here. This is the first pickup I did of the month. This actually happened right after I loaded the pickup video from last month. And after I loaded the video, I went to a store, the thrift store.
Fast ass reflexes right there.
It was off camera. Wasn't on camera, but I got reflexes like a fucking cheetah. Like Cheetah Man on the Nintendo and shit. So I went to this place, and they had a lot of PlayStation games there, and they're all mediocre. All of them were mediocre for the most part. So let me go through the games that they had, and I was contemplating about picking these up. You had Time Crisis Project Titan, which is an okay game. Didn't come with a light gun. Tomb Raider 2, which is actually another good game. And then the rest were kind of just like mediocre. So I was going to pick these two up definitely, but the other ones was Ford Racing, Madden 2001, MLB 2001. Oh, and this is another game I was going to definitely pick up. The collection of Activision classic games, because I love playing like old school games like that. Army Men World War Team Assault, and 2 NASCAR games. NASCAR 2000 and NASCAR Heat. And all these games were $2 a piece. So I'm walking around this thrift store, and I'm thinking I might pick them up. And the guy comes from the back, and this is why it's good, definitely good, to, you know, talk to these people that work there and get up like a conversation or two, get to know them. The guy comes out of the back and sees me and goes, I got a game in the back if you're interested. And I'm like, yeah, bring it out, I'll take a look at it. And it was Pokemon XD, Gale of Darkness. And this had a $2 price point on it too. I don't own a Pokemon game. Was never a big fan of it. I know that's blasphemy here on YouTube gaming. Just like, you don't like Pokemon? What the fuck's wrong with you? But
burn in hell, motherfucker! Burn in hell!
Exactly. But so this is actually my very first Pokemon game, and it was $2. I went, you know what? I'll pick it up. And I left it at that. And then my girl found The Godfather, and this was another $2. And this is a game I've always wanted to pick up and try too. So I was like, you know what? Even if I don't get all these crappy games, I'm coming away with, you know, 5 really good games I wanted to get, or I wouldn't mind adding to my collection. Then the guy says, you know, I got a couple more games in the back if you want to look at them. And I was like, yeah, bring them out, bring them out. I forgot this is part of it too. And he goes in the back.
He got a good deal with this.
Yeah, and he brings out these games, and I seen a long box. I'm like, and I look at it, and it's Darkstalkers.
I was so jealous when I saw him have it. I was like, you fuck.
I was like, oh my god. And I knew right away I was going to pick this game up. And it didn't have a price tag. He had Twisted Metal 2, which I already owned. Blood Omen Legacy of Kain, which I already owned.
2 excellent games, by the way.
Yeah. And Resident Evil 2, Black Label, complete, with the manual and everything. And he brings these games out, and I'm like, oh my fucking god. I went, yeah, I'll take them. How much? And the Resident Evil was originally $4, and these games were originally $2 a piece. And he goes, and I'm like, yeah, I'll take them. And he goes, well, let me go put the price tags on them. I'm like, yeah, definitely. And he goes, you know what? If you get all the games, I'll give you a deal. I'm like, yeah, what's the deal, bro? And he said, any game that had a $2 price tag, he'd give me for $1. And any game that had a $4 price tag, he'd give me for $2. And I was like, fuck, I'll take them all. I will take them all. I spent like, I don't even remember how much total because I bought a couple books at this place, but it was under 30 altogether, and I would have definitely paid that for, you know, all the great games I got on there. So really stoked. I got Darkstalkers in the long box, complete, $4, and Resident Evil 2 Black Label complete for $2. So I was so stoked about getting that whole setup, and that's why it's always, you know, you can't.
He always finds a good deal. I swear to fucking God. You
can't just go to these places and look around. You always got to talk to the people, get to know them, and then once they know you like video games, you know, I don't know if he had this in the back for somebody else. All the great games were in the back. So somebody was either got there before me, said, hey, hold these off so I go get some money, or someone else was in the back. You know, someone worked there was holding in the back for themselves. But I know the guy. He talked to me. Gave me a great deal, hooked me up with all these awesome games, so super stoked to get those. Yeah. Next I'm going to go into my Bookman's collection, or my Bookman's pickups. And that's just it right here. I got 1 Super Nintendo game this month. I thought I had more, but I'm like him. And that's NCW, and that's Natsu Championship Wrestling. I'm a huge wrestling game fan. Trying to pick up all the wrestling games. I think I only need 1 more. So I didn't have this in my collection, couldn't. Just had to add it. Another game I wanted to add to my Nintendo collection for the longest time because we played it when we were younger, Bayou Billy. I'm going to start calling this Bayou Brother Billy. But, I had a blast playing this when we were little kids, and I just wanted to add it to my collection. Found it for a really good price because they had like 30 of them there, so I picked it up. And the last 2 Nintendo games I got was actually WWF WrestleMania, which I had this at one point recently, and I don't know what the fuck happened to it. So it'll probably come up when I move or something, so I'll have 2 copies. But I don't know what the fuck happened to it, but now I own it again. And this one actually took me forever to find. And that's WWF King of the Ring from the Nintendo. So super stoked to add these to my collection. Those
it must feel good to find something that you've been searching for a while.
Yeah, when you that's one of the things like gaming collecting to me is I love finding stuff that I've been looking for a long time, and the nostalgia factor. Like you play it when you haven't played it since you were little kids, and you're like, man, this brings back memories. But then when you finally find that one game, you find it at a good price that you don't mind paying. It's just super awesome. Like when I picked up all those PlayStation games from the thrift store. I mean, when you get a find like that, it's such a great feeling. And the last two games I got from Bookman's is actually Street Fighter 2 Special Champion Edition, which I really don't need, but I love Street Fighter and I want to try to collect as many games as I can from them, all the different variations. And the last one is Landstalker. So
I was so mad about that game too, because I was Bookman's with my brother, and I had straight up told him, if you see a game called Landstalker, tell me.
No, that's not what you said. You said you should try a game called Landstalker, because the people who made Alundra made that game. Oh, this Landstalker right here? I think I want to buy it.
Oh, that sucks so hard.
And next, I'm just going to go in a couple random...
I just kind of like looked at him like, really?
Motherfucker.
Motherfucker.
So I'm going to go into some handhelds. I got a couple of handheld games this month. And I'm just going to get this one out of the way. Emily the Strange Strangeress. What the fuck is wrong with me?
That actually seems like a pretty interesting game. I played a little bit of it.
Oh, you played some of it?
Yeah.
I played a little bit of it too. My girlfriend actually texted me and was asking me if I could find this game, and I found it for $20. So I don't know if that's a good price or not, but she wanted it, and whenever she wants a game, I use that as an excuse to pick up a couple games for me, and it ties things over a lot smoother. The games I got for me, in fact, at that same time was Little Big Planet for the PSP, and then Star Wars Battlefront's Renegade Squadron. And this one looks really fun. And I'm hoping you can find this, because you can play it over the Wi-Fi. And I'm just going to let you take a look at it, because it looks really fun. You can create your own character. Just really cool. And the last handheld game was actually for the DS, and it's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. My girl went back home for about a week, and when she was there, she found this game that used to belong to her cousin, and she goes, yeah, I found this game, but he doesn't have a DS anymore, so I'm going to bring it home to you. I was like, fuck yeah. Free video games? Bring it on.
Can't argue with that.
Yeah, can't argue with free video games. I'm going to go on my most recent pickups, and that was actually at a GameStop, and it was for a bunch of PS2 titles. Awesome.
I didn't realize you picked that up.
This one? Yeah, and that's RPG Maker 3. I'll play the first one, and I love the first one. It just ate up so much memory. I made a little town, I started a quest, and then boom, memory card was full. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? How the fuck am I supposed to make a game if you can't? So, never played number 2. I'm gonna calm down now. Calm down now. But I did pick up number 3 for the PS2. Can't wait to try this out. So many awesome ideas. And then early on in his PS2 collection, I was like, that's a great pickup. And that's because I picked it up too. Beyond Good and Evil. Awesome. I heard nothing but great things out of this game, and I can't wait to play it. This game is Harvest Moon. Harvest Moon, Save the Home Front. I've heard kind of good things from the Harvest Moon series, and I picked it up really cheap, and a YouTuber I used to watch, he closed his account, swears by this game, but he plays the GameCube one, the one that doesn't end. This one actually has an ending. So hopefully this one lives up, is as good as that one, and hopefully I just have fun playing it. Ratchet and Clank.
Great series.
Great series. This is one of the games I didn't have, and when I found it, it was a really great price, because they had like 100 of these copies there. And I'm like, fuck yeah, good price, and I want to collect them all. And then I have The Incredible Hulk Ultimate Destruction. I've kind of wanted to pick this one up for a while, and I never really did. And then I found out Radical did it, right? Radical Radio? Yeah, it's Radical. Radical. I knew it was them. And Radical's actually the people who did Prototype and Prototype 2. So once I realized they did it, I had to pick it up. And then the last PlayStation 2 game on this list is The King of Fighters 11. I love fighting games to death. Can't get enough of them. And so I had to pick it up. Once I seen it there, I knew I had to own this. It was on my Amazon wish list for a while, and I was actually able to take it off recently and that was nice. Go back with a couple eBay finds, and these are all like one Sega CD, two Sega Saturn, and they're all fighting games. But for the Sega CD, I got Brutal Paws of Fury, and I got it because it's a fighting game. It looks pretty cheap, but I don't have very many games from my my Sega CD. Actually, I picked up the collection recently, so, but I picked it up because I found it cheap. Then I got Battle Arena Toshinden, however you say that, for the Sega game, for the Sega. I was going to say Sega Game Gear. For the Sega Saturn, this fighting game is a really good fighting game series, and super stoked to add it to my collection. And then of course, Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, and I found this one for $8 including shipping. So, and it was on a Buy Me Now, so somebody was obviously getting rid of it, didn't know the price of it, and I picked it up right away, and it's complete, and the disc is flawless, and oh, I still have the packing receipt inside, so. Awesome pickup.
That is pretty awesome.
Alright, let's go to my 360 collection now. Sorry about that problem with the camera, but I'm going to go to my 360 collection. I need to kind of wrap this up soon. This is going way too long. But for the 360, I got Kane and Lynch 2 Dog Days, which is kind of crazy. Never played the first one. Heard nothing but bad things out of both of them, so. But I picked it up cheap. Gears of War 3, huge game from last year. Can't wait to play it.
I've heard it has good campaign.
Yeah. Assassin's Creed Revelations, like I said, I'm a huge fan of Assassin's Creed. Can't wait to play this. Right now I'm on Skyrim, so I haven't started. And then Batman Arkham City, another huge game that came out at the end of last year, but it's kind of broke, and there's so many great games, I wasn't able to get it then, but I got it now. And I'll probably start that one after I play Assassin's Creed. And the last Xbox 360 game I got was actually King of Fighters 13. I got 11 for the PS2, now I got 13 for the 360. Nice. And the nice thing about this is it actually comes with a real thick manual, which no games come with manuals anymore. And it comes with a 4-disc soundtrack.
Alice really goes out of their way to please your fans.
Yeah, so super awesome, super stoked to get this. And actually when I said I had a 4-disc soundtrack, that's what made me want to buy this game. So, alright, and the last part of my pickups, actually 2 parts. Let's go through with my PS3 collection. Some old PS3 games. Resistance, Fall of Man, great game. And Metal Gear Solid 4. Another, I mean, didn't own it before, but I own it now. Awesome fucking games. And then for the Wii, boom, I got Mario Power Tennis. This is actually one of those games that was re-released on the Wii U. It came out originally on the GameCube, so I picked it up kind of cheap. Don't really like the Wii controls for it though. I wish they would give you like the old school GameCube control like they do for some of the games, but unfortunately they don't for this one. That would have made it a lot better, I think, in my eyes. Super Paper Mario. Picked it up $20. It is greatest hits, but it looks really fun on the back. You know, you can swap it from 2D to 3D, so looks really awesome.
The game does look fun.
Yeah. Rayman Origins, and as you can see, I kind of picked up my Wii collection because I need to pick up my Wii collection, guys. Ain't no lie.
It's lacking, so is mine.
Because there's not very many great titles, but this game got huge reviews. A lot of people love this game, so I can't wait to play this. Old school 2D Rayman, awesome. Can't wait to play this. And the last Wii game, it's actually probably like my most anticipated Wii game, and that's Legend of Zelda: Skyward Sword.
I've been wanting to get that one too. That game actually looks awesome.
It looks really awesome. It comes with the game, obviously, and it also comes with the 25th anniversary soundtrack. Kind of got ripped off with the 25th anniversary. They went kind of all out for Mario, you know, with the re-release of Super Mario All-Stars and the soundtrack. And with Zelda fans, you get a soundtrack with the fucking game. I kind of feel ripped off. I'm more of a Zelda fan than I am the Mario fan, and I think Zelda was more influential on the whole gaming scene than Mario was. But super stoked to own this in my collection. I know a lot of people would argue with me, but they're fucking wrong, alright? They're fucking wrong. Fuck you, Mario fans. No, I'm just playing Mario's awesome, but in my mind, I love the Legend of Zelda series a lot more. I wish they would have done something like they did with Mario, like give me a collection of a whole bunch of the old games, kind of like they did with the on the GameCube, like they did with the Waterway or the Windwalker, the special edition promo disc where it came like 4 games on there. fucking awesome. If they would have re-released that for the Wii and gave me a soundtrack, I would have been super stoked. But we just get a soundtrack, so. But I'm glad this is in my collection. Glad I have the strategy guide for it. Anyway, YouTube, I think that's it. We spent a lot of time going over this shit. Another crazy month, a lot of money. I don't want to waste any more of your guys' time, and this is going to take me forever to edit. But anyway, till next time, YouTube, stay up and game on.